Hi everyone from YouTube. My name is Mohini and I'm also known as Elaine from the Gracelight BVB. I've been so honored to have been serving Baba as the Global Director of Tripura Foundation for the past 16 years. And I'm speaking to you today from the Boston Global Summit for Gawad Kalinga, the most phenomenal Filipino-based charity organization that has achieved incredible results in transforming the lives of the poorest of the poor. And with me today, I have the founder of Gawad Kalinga, Tony Meloto, who has become a brother to me and a soul friend in love for the poor. And I'd like to share with you about Tripura Foundation's partnership with Tony. But first, I just want to tell you some of his achievements, as he's a very humble man himself. Tony and his organization have actually built 2,000 villages in the Philippines for the poorest of the poor, building 100,000 homes with their partners and impacting the lives of millions of people throughout the Philippines through their holistic, integrated, and sustainable communities that help the poorest of the poor to come up in life and have a life that looks to me like heaven on earth. So I've had the pleasure to have visited some of the communities for Gawad Kalinga in the Philippines. And as you all know, we teach that God's love should be not only for the people that have the privileged opportunity of having money and socioeconomic status, but God's love should be there for the poorest of the poor. And what I saw was truly a vision of heaven on earth. And one particular village that I fell deeply in love with is called Baguang Silang. And this will be the home of the first village that Tripura Foundation will build in partnership with Tony Meloto and Gawad Kalinga. We'll be building 50 homes for the poorest of the poor. And the vision of these people are dancing before me day and night. So it's such an honor to be here with Tony. And after we learn how to build a village together in the Philippines, we'll be building a village in Goa, where after that we hope to take this work to throughout India and throughout the world, where we know we have supporters for our movement globally everywhere. So Tony, I've had the honor of coming to know so much about you. And Tony was just showing me pictures of his grandchildren. His wife is here. And really what I would like you all to know about Tony is that Tony is a spiritual leader of the movement, and he's a mentor and guide to millions of people. And Tony, could you share with us how you opened your heart to love the poor with such magnitude, and how it's deepened your love for God?
I realized that there's a purpose to our being in this life, and that is to really see goodness in one another. And the only way that I can see goodness within myself is to discover that goodness in the people around me, especially the poorest of the poor, the unloved, the unwanted, the abandoned, the neglected. And I realized that, that is my greatest purpose. To be able, for me to become whole, I have to connect myself with the missing parts of my life. And much of the world's population are disconnected to those who have been privileged with wealth, privileged with the best education. And so I realized that the only way to heal a wounded world and for us to create heaven on earth is for us to really look at the poor that many of us have been disconnected from, the forgotten, the forsaken. And I myself came from the poor, and I had the privilege of a good education. But somehow, like those before me, I also forgot about where I came from because I wanted to become unpoor. But then I realized that even if I achieve my own personal success, I will still not find peace and security if the people outside my gates, continue to live in poverty and forced to live a predatory life because of deprivation. So I realized too that as I approach midlife, because I am, before I became 50, and as my children were growing up, and I was starting to see that soon my grandchildren will be brought into this world, I just wanted to make this, a safer, a more peaceful, and a more prosperous world where there is abundance for all, not just for a few. And I'm very privileged, to have the friendship of Mohini, who really took time to visit the Philippines and see the work of ordinary citizens, helping the least among them. And I had the great privilege to be with Baba Pillai in San Diego, and just to be surrounded by the people who have the same dreams and aspirations for a better world that we can build together.
That's beautiful. I was present during the meeting recently between Baba, who's also known as Dr. Bhaskaran Pillai, and Tony, and it was such a heartwarming exchange of two kindred spirits that really share such a love for the poor and all of humanity. So I just wanted to share with all of you that we are commemorating our celebration of Guru Purnima, which is the full moon day of the Guru, in acknowledgement of all spiritual teachers throughout the world that come to bless people and guide them and lead them on their pathway to becoming one with God. We're going to be celebrating that with global events that will be taking place all around the world on July 6th. And the proceeds for all these events will be going to our first village built with Gawad Kalinga in Bhagwan Silang. Again, a place where I'm deeply attached to, and I consider those people to be my people. And I've been welcomed by Tony as a Filipino myself. So we encourage all of you to open your hearts and express your love for the poor and donate generously for this beautiful first initiative where we'll start our first village in the Philippines, onwards towards India, and then many of you around the world have been asking me if you could create villages in other places. We hope to be able to bring that to you in the coming years ahead. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to have Tony with us again soon.
Yes, and I look forward to more people. As you see, I'm Asian. Mohini is Caucasian from the United States. I am Catholic, and I have such a deep friendship now with Muslims and with Hindus, and we can all be honor our birthright, our nationality, our religion, but for us to really have a shared dream, of really practicing our faith, and see goodness in each one of us, and for us to really commit the best of ourselves to the least of the citizens of the world, and together we can experience abundance and peace for everyone.
Beautifully said. That's our vision of heaven on earth. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.